Hey, it's the Fort Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
And today we have a somewhat uncomfortable yet controversial topic where girls are never truly single.
We're always seeing someone, or at least enjoying a lot of attention from someone at the very least. But in all fairness, we're usually fucking someone.
Girls, no matter what they look like on the outside, are 99.9% of the time having sex with someone.
Yeah.
At some point.
Or withholding sex from someone, but they have someone on the
Exactly.
the hook.
Yeah. So this is a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
For a lot of men. You know, especially if they just started dating a girl who's been single for
Quote,
a couple of
unquote,
months.
single.
Yeah. Because again, girls are only going to say, you know, if you say, hey, you know, how many guys, it's a horrible thing. Never ask a girl directly, of course. But if you were ever to put a girl on the spot and say, how many guys have you ever slept with? They tell you about their relationships.
Yeah.
Well, I had a high school boyfriend and a college boyfriend and then my first husband. And then one serious guy after that.
And then I met you.
Yeah, so 4. Where, as we know, in the real world, there's a lot of do not counts.
Yeah.
One night stands, guys that they dated for a couple weeks that fizzled out.
Yeah.
You know, guys traveling, high school, college, one night stand. You know, it all adds up. And this is not important. It's not the gist of it. But girls are always seeing someone.
Yeah.
They're
always focused on someone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or someone.
They're obsessing about someone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, because little girls, when you talk to parents, they had like a birthday party. What did the boys do? The boys all ran around, punched each other, and fought. And the girls sat around and talked about boys.
Yes.
I mean, it starts early.
The boys and tease the boys, you know.
It's boys.
Yes.
And it starts early, and then it goes all the way into senior citizens.
Yeah, exactly.
It never stops. So, assume, every girl you meet, assume she is fucking someone.
Yeah.
You're not going to see him. You're not going to hear any evidence. It's not going to be there because girls are hardwired and naturally deceptive as far as hiding men from other men.
Absolutely.
Because evolutionary-wise, it helps save their life.
We have to.
Exactly. And they do it naturally, and it's just the way it is. So you're never going to know.
Right.
Nor should you even try to know, because it'll drive you nuts.
And then whoever, if she's seeing a couple of different guys at the same time, then as she gets more serious with one or sees actual long-term potential with one, she will let the others go. Usually with some fanfare, like a final fuck and things like that. But still, she will focus on one in the end, you know, if she deems him worthy, shall we say.
And this is another thing that you can apply. Let's say, you know, you're running like online game, or you're getting to know girls and you don't really know them, but then they ghost you. 99.9% of the time, it had nothing to do with you.
Nothing.
Ex-husband came back in the picture. An ex-boyfriend came back in the picture. A new guy came on the scene. They traveled out of town and hooked up with someone. It never, very, very rarely, has anything whatsoever to do with you.
It's
just
true.
a different, I'm not saying better, a different prospect came on the scene or returned to the scene and got her attention.
Yeah.
And she's not going to risk that with an unknown.
No.
So when girls ghost, it has nothing to do with you.
No.
They were seeing someone already.
So as far as women always, let's say, sleeping with someone, I know some men handle that better than others. There are the playboys who kind of understand that it's part of the cost of doing business. You're not only sleeping with her, she's not only sleeping with you, things like that. But even among playboys or men who are spinning plates or whatever, some of them still have a difficult time wrapping their heads around her seeing anyone else.
I delineate it in 2 groups.
Yeah.
There's no gray area here, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the younger guys, and I think it's hardwired because you need, let's say your 20s and your 30s, maybe early 40s, you have a hardwired for certainty of paternity.
Yes.
And I think, and this is just my theory, it kind of goes away at around 40, 45, just as you get older or more experienced or more worldly and running more women, you come to accept that this is part of the game.
I do think the more experience the man has with women, the less it concerns them how many other guys she's running at the same time.
Exactly. Now, there's younger guys that it doesn't bother them, but I think they're more of anomalies. I think it's harder for guys in their 20s and early 30s to deal with girls that are seeing other men. They think about it, they picture it, all these things that are bad for them, and they feel like they're in competition. And when you're older or more experienced, or you've seen girls in situations where you see how fluid they are sexually, you see them with other girls, you see them, in like group sex, you see that it's not what you think it is.
Right.
Girls can shift gears. It's you become less reactionary to it.
Which is also a good thing to touch on, because men need to not be reactionary.
Good luck with that.
Especially if they're running multiple women, and
that's the caveat. Okay, so you and I have talked about this.
Yes.
Players.
Yeah.
Playboys know. Playboys, I say, tend to know the game.
Yeah.
Girls are going to, quite often you're marrying, you're meeting somebody that's coming out of a divorce. They're still seeing their ex-husband. You assume.
Yeah.
Or
even married. Still married.
Yeah. You assume
which we don't
she's sleeping with other people because you're the fun guy.
Yeah.
That's your role.
That's your role.
Excitement, fun, hot sex, that's your job to fulfill. That's what you're there for. But for players who are a little bit more like, I'm going to spin plates, I'm going to date multiple women, but as you say...
I say there are even plate spinners who are completely convinced that their plates are not seeing anyone else, and they absolutely are. I absolutely 1000% say that.
And the girls are.
Maybe not the main girl.
No.
Maybe.
Primary. Yeah.
Because she probably lives in the house. There's a lot of caveats here, but
generally the girls are still working they're working their angles too.
Yeah.
And like with Playboys, your girls 90% of the time, they know what you're there for.
Yeah.
And then when they find a better, more suitable option for long-term relationship, because girls will want to have fun for a while.
Yeah.
It might be a year, maybe 2 years, but then they meet a guy that is better potential for a long-term relationship, which 99.9% of girls want over time. And they're going to move towards that guy. And what you'll usually get this is the last time we can have sex because I'm getting serious with so-and-so.
Yeah.
And that's, that's your breakup.
That's
your breakup.
The breakup.
That's the breakup, is this the last time we can sleep together.
But it's going to be mind-blowing sex that night. Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
They very rarely just drop off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Because you build up a relationship with people.
If they drop off the face of the earth, it's because he got wise.
Exactly.
And she had to cut off all ties immediately.
It's your job to disappear.
Yeah.
And that's part of the deal.
And you can't chase.
No. That's part of the deal.
It is part of the deal. But what do you think about guys who are strictly not trying to be playboys? How do you, and this may be an open-ended question that you might not even really have an idea on the answer, but if guys are dating exclusively and aren't spinning plates and aren't being playboys, but are genuinely just out there trying to find a girl to date, and finds out that she is still... What are some good coping mechanisms, or what do you think on how to deal with that?
I would suggest you keep her in the rotation and start seeing other girls.
I've heard men say, that's when I just knew I couldn't take her seriously. So
That's a good point.
You know.
Yeah, that's where I would like, a lot of guys say demote her.
yeah,
You know, from girlfriend material to fuck buddy. Because if you like being around her, but then start looking for other girls that could be better candidates for a long-term relationship.
but serious girlfriend guys might not have even that gear to have a fuck buddy and still try
Yeah.
and find
The
a one.
Yeah. Reactionary is, you're not going to teach her anything.
No.
By calling her out on it or saying, this is why I'm breaking. You just ghost her.
Yeah,
That's sometimes the best thing if you find out. But again, you need to be damn sure. Because lots of girlfriends of the girl you're chasing might try to sabotage her. Guys may be jealous that you're dating her.
Yeah.
You know, you need to make sure you've got good information.
Yeah.
Or she slips up, but she'll know what she did.
yeah.
You know, if
Oh
you
yeah, there
ghost-
will be no question.
Yeah. It's, you know, and again, I think there's two groups.
Yeah.
The guys that can deal with it and the guys, and I think it takes a little bit of time because, you know, you're like, okay, this is who I am and what I do. Mm-hmm. And these girls are going to do this and it's part of the deal,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so you kind of have to accept it. Mm-hmm. But I never judge anyone on what their decision is.
Yeah.
You know, it's how you want to handle it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But truly,
Don't kid yourself.
yeah.
She's seeing other people.
Yeah.
You know.
She hasn't been single for 2 years.
No.
Inevitably, it's well, when was the last time you had a boyfriend? 2 years. I've
2
been
years,
single
yeah.
for 2 years.
It's always 2 years.
It's been 2 years since my divorce. I haven't seen anyone
It's
since
always
then.
2 years.
It's always 2 years.
And it's always 3 guys.
It wasn't 2 years and it wasn't 3 guys.
No, it wasn't a high school
Sorry,
boyfriend,
guys.
a college boyfriend, and then one serious boyfriend after that.
Sorry to
Sorry,
burst your
man.
bubble.
But again, you know, how you deal with it. But girls are never single. I don't care. I mean, you know, your grandmother, if she's a widow, she's not single.
She's got her
It's
eyes
fun.
on someone.
It's
She's getting
it's crazy,
attention
crazy.
from someone.
Yeah, someone down there at the senior citizens home is, you know, nursing home. They're hooking up or whatever. You know, I mean, it's truly insane. But they always, and you know, after you've been on this earth long enough, you realize, yeah, this is pretty much how the deal is.
Yeah.
This is how they do it. No matter how much they stridently hide them,
Yeah.
they're seeing someone.
But it's also that's what being an adult's all about. It's not all work. We have to have some play too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that's up to you guys to decide where you are on that spectrum.
Yeah.
All right.
Good conversation.
Don't be taken.
Don't be taken and don't be reactionary.
Yeah.
It's overrated.
Because we've told you this is the deal.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you guys have a great day.
Bye.